Hey guys, this is C from Behind the Curls, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to do this braid out and get these bomb results. So stay tuned, we're going to get right into the tutorial. Okay, so I'm just speeding this up really quickly so you guys can see. So my bottom section is going to be split into 3 braids. So here you just see me splitting the other section that's left into 2, and I'm just grab clipping it up. The leave-in conditioner that I use is the Cantu Shea Butter leave-in, and my oil is the Organics Coconut Milk. So that's about the amount that I use in each section. We're just going to speed through this. I'll slow it down more when we get to the top. So here I actually slow it down just a little bit so that you can see the motions of my hands, but it's just a regular 3-strand braid, nothing over the top. And then you'll just see me take the tail comb, just comb through the ends just a little bit so they're nice and smooth. And then I'm going to coil it around my index finger. So the top section is split into half. And then I'm going to split that section into half, and then you're just going to see me apply the Cantu Shea Butter. Then I comb it through, and then you'll see me add in my oil. So yeah, you know, one of them gets away. Just coil it around and that's it. So you can kind of see my parts are not straight whatsoever, and I don't want them to be straight. It's more difficult for you to separate them after. So you can see here I'm taking a smaller section from the back and I'm splitting that section into 2 again. And then you'll see me add my shea butter, just a little bit more, and then I'm braiding. So when you're braiding, just make sure that you're braiding it taut, not particularly tight, but the tighter that you do it, the more definition that you're going to get out of it. So that section, as you can see, I'm splitting it one more time because I felt like it was a little bit too thick. And then just doing the same thing, putting some Cantu Shea Butter. I'm combing out this section. The middle of my hair is a little bit more coarse, so I do have to use a little bit more product on this section. And for the middle section, I'm braiding it back. And that's because that's the way that I want it to fall, and that's very important. And then you'll just see me do it again, combing it through, and then starting to braid. Okay, so now that I finished that section, I'm going to take the top section and part it into a smaller section that I'll then put down into an even smaller section. So my sections are pretty small because I wanted my braid out to be very defined, but if you're not looking for so much definition, feel free to do it larger than what I did. Okay, so I slow it down here so that you can really see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in just a moment. So I'm just taking 3 strands and I'm doing my braid. And it'll zoom in for you so that you can see. Sorry, it's not in focus. There we go. So yeah, you can see that I'm braiding taut, but they're not tight like to my scalp. And then you just do your thing, girl. You braid it all the way to the end, pretty much. You're gonna leave about ½ an inch, I would say. And then take your tail comb out that section, and then you're going to coil it around your finger, which you'll see me do in just a moment. And add more product if you feel like you need it. If you don't feel like you need it, then don't add it, but you want your ends to be smooth. It really does make a difference in your final results. So see, like to this section, I'm adding a little bit extra. I don't want dry ends, so you gotta give it a little zhuzh sometimes. Okay, so this is my last section. So you guys will see me go through the motions with this one. It's the same thing. So there's already some Cantu shea butter in this section, so I'm combing it through, starting at the ends and then going all the way to the roots. I'm adding just a little bit more. Okay. So I'm doing this into an even smaller section because I really want the front to be nicely defined. So I'm doing this braid towards the front of my face because that's the way that I want it to fall. So if you know that you want it to fall a certain way, braid it that way. It's just easier once you take it out and you're trying to separate and trying to fix your hair if everything kind of falls where it's supposed to, and then you can just worry about volume and fixing smaller sections. The ends, that's very important. There, that one came up by itself. I didn't have to zhush it. So yeah, this is how my hair looks once it's all braided. Again, my sections are small, but I wanted definition for this one. Feel myself like I usually am. And then you'll get to see as I go around. So you see that little loose hair? I just coil it right around. And then, yeah. The back section is a little bit bigger because it's going to be falling at the bottom, but as I get closer to the front, they do get smaller. So it is the next day and I'm ready to take this down. So I'm just using my Organics coconut milk on my hands and on my hair to do the takedown. So the back I'm pretty much going to speed through because you'll see as I go up. But what I try to do is I try to go through and take them apart, but I try to pull the absolute left and the absolute right strand and try to kind of make it unravel itself. So towards the back, you'll see that I don't really do it too much, like I go through, but as I go up, like it just gets a little bit easier for you to kind of like tug them apart. So I'm just slowing it down here for you. Sorry, every time I'm recording, people want to talk to me. When I'm not recording, don't nobody want to talk to me. Nobody cares. I turn on that camera, everyone's like, ooh, girl. Anyway. So I'm just taking it down, and then you see there, like I did a little tug. So it'll unravel at least a couple of them, and then I'll go back through, and I'll do the same thing, and I'll rotate back and forth, depending on what the braid is feeling like. So now I'm at the top, so most of it is done. Just have a couple more to do, and then that'll be it as far as the takedown goes. So on this section, you'll get to see like me actually pull. So what that does is it reduces frizz, because when you're doing it individually, I find that sometimes your hand will slip in between a twist and that'll cause a little bit of frizz. So I'm trying to eliminate as much frizz as possible right now. I want to create my own frizz after, depending on what style I'm doing. So. All right, and now it's time to separate. So I'm clipping up my hair. I'm only leaving out a small section at the back, and I'm trying to separate where the braid naturally wants to separate, And it's okay if it has a little frizz. I don't mind because I'm going to go back through and I'm going to pick it and sorry. So you're just seeing me do a couple here at the back. Okay, so once I'm done separating it that section, I go back in with my pick. Go girl. And then yeah, I'm just picking that section. I'll do more picking after as well, after when I see everything fall and how I want it to be shaped. But this just helps to make sure that every section is gonna be nice and plump when I'm ready to shape my hair. So yeah, you can see here that there's obviously a difference when you fluff. So it's more defined on the left, but the right is just popping to me. So going back through, I'm going to do the same steps. I'm separating, and then I'm going to pick out that section, and then I'll start to shape it and style it the way that I want to. And then you guys will see me do that. This is my weapon of choice. This is my pick. Don't mess with my hair. Yeah, I'm just picking it through, I'm giving it some bubble.
Oh, is that what you were talking about, the hair pick?
And then yeah, like you can just continue to pick and fluff as much as you want. This is first day here. Second day here is always much better. I hope you guys enjoyed my braid out tutorial. I hope your results are just as good as mine came out. If you liked the video, click the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. Click that button, it's free. And follow me on all of my social media. So follow me on Instagram at Behind the Curls and follow me on Snapchat at body_C. And all the links I'll leave down in the description bar. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.